Okay, so chapter 8, bearing. So please write down your day and date, your lovely day and date, like class. Okay, Reina is coming in. Okay, continuing the same book. All right, so I think it's been already 3 chapters. All right, 2.5 chapters now. Basically, if you are using your exercise book, you're using the same exercise book. So for this chapter 8, can you just change to another exercise book? Maybe Maths 1 back. Remember, you're using Maths 2, if not mistaken, isn't it? All right. Or if you do not have exercise book, just take out a piece of paper, and then in the end of the day, you just compile it nicely. End of the chapter, compile it nicely. Okay. So Puyen, you can change to the other exercise book. All right. Okay. So the first line is showing you the title itself, bearing. All right. So the first line. Okay, so this chapter is only in objective, your paper 1. There's no subjective question. So again, this is another paper 1 question. Yeah. All right. So there are only like 2 questions from this chapter itself. All right. So what is bearing? So you can see here, the first thing I'm talking about, the main, the compass directions. All right. So there are sorry. There are 4 main points, which is your north, east, south, and west. You can copy this down, all right? It's already in your textbook. You have your textbook, you can have a look. Or no, you can copy this direction, because for bearing, it's very important. You must know where's your direction. All right. So these are the 4 main direction. And then in between, you can also have the other 4 directions, which are northeast, we have southeast here, southwest, and northwest. Please don't make your mistake, your east and west, basically. Okay, because sometimes I tend to accidentally make the direction wrong. Yeah, I mean, my east and west is the other way around. Okay, so please make sure you know where's your north, east, south, and west. Okay, so you know the 4 main direction, definitely can find the direction in between the 4 main directions. Okay, so in geography, you also have learned all this. All right, so I'm not going to talk so much on the direction of your compass. So the next slide here, okay. Now, state the compass angle. I repeat, when talking about angle here of any direction. So how do we get the angle, all right, from your compass? All right, so this one you see, please take note on the highlighted words here, all right? The compass directions are measured in clockwise direction. That is very important. So you always must think about clockwise direction and from north. So clockwise direction is important, and your north, all right, direction is important. Okay, these are the 2 important things you should remember if you want to find out the angle, all right, or in other words, the bearing of a given point. Okay. So this diagram here, you don't need to copy down. The one I want you to copy down is the first, the info here, the first note. So this one is just telling you, all right? So it says from north, so you can look here. From north, all right, it must be 0 degree. Then you move clockwise direction. So clockwise, so this one, that means on your right-hand side, your east is 90, then south is 180, west is 270, and then go back full circle, 360. Okay, so repeat, is from clockwise direction and is from north. Okay, so it's not the anti-clockwise or the other direction. Yeah. Okay. Next important point. So you have the first point. This is your second point here. The compass angle or the bearing of point A from point B is the angle measured in a clockwise direction from the north line of B to the straight line A and B. Okay. So I want to highlight here, if I ask you to find, all right, the bearing of point A from point B, you always have to look at the word from. Okay, that's why I highlight the word from. So meaning you are at point B, all right? You're going to find the bearing to point A. okay, because you are from point B. So it's not the other way around. It's not bearing
Teacher?
of A to B.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you slow down a little bit?
The explanation, is it?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
I repeat. All right. So if I want you to find the bearing of point A from point B, all right, you always have to look at the word from. So this is where you are going to stand at. Okay. So my question here is says bearing point A from point B. So meaning you're standing at point B. Okay. And you are going to look at point A to find the bearing. All right. So just now remember I said the two things, the important thing, it must be clockwise direction from north. See the word again, from. So meaning from point B, all right, your north line is at point B because you are from point B. So you are going to move clockwise direction until you reach your point A. So where's your point A? Depends on where is it. So what I want to stress here, meaning you are standing at from where? For example, here it says from point B. So automatically your north line or north direction is at point B. Okay, and you move anti-clockwise, so meaning to the right side until you touch the point A. Okay, so this is the explanation. Virtually, all right, so I highlighted here also clockwise, all right, and the north line, same thing like what I just explained. Okay, and before I show you one example, another thing I want to stress on bearing, it is written in 3 digit. So this is to differentiate from angle. Angle, we can have 24 degree, but for bearing, it should be 3 digits. So you have to add 0 to 4 degree. So that is bearing. Okay, so for objective, they won't give you like the trick kind of option of answers. Usually straight away they give you bearing option of answers, but you all have to be careful. Who knows, right? They just want to change a bit the option of answers. Okay, like I said, this is only in paper 1, right? So remember, for bearing, it is 3 digits. Okay, all right. So first example. So this is your first example. All right. So please copy the first example and definitely the other 2 other points also. Okay, so you don't need to use your protractor to draw 70 degree. Yeah, this is not in scale. Okay, but you must roughly know 70 degree is in the first quadrant. Quadrant. You learn in your trigonometry, your quadrants of your circle, right? Your unit circle. So same thing you apply here. So for 70 degree, it's still in the first quadrant. So you just roughly draw. It's not exactly, yeah. It's not in scale. I repeat, it's not in scale. Okay, so question is, we are going to find the bearing, all right, of A from point B, just like the statement A here. Okay, so you see, well, all right, another thing is, there's 2 versions. This is called a simple kind of question. Why is it simple kind of question? The diagram is given, the north line is drawn for you. The not simple question, okay, you have to draw your own diagram, okay, and you have to draw your own north line based on the statement. They'll explain where the north line is, blah 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 blah, but you must know where is it from the statement. Okay, so we start off with all the easy examples first. All right, so north line is given, okay, and you know you are calculating bearing of point A from point B. So you see from point B your north line is there, and you see from north line, you look at my cursor, yeah, can you see my cursor? I'm doing like a circle right now. So I'm going to explain to you using my cursor. So from point B, your north line, you move clockwise until you reach the point A. Now, the point A, before you can reach the point A, you need to connect from point B to point A, so you get a line. So when you move, all right, from the north line at B, you move clockwise direction until you reach the line touching BA. Okay, so for this example, the bearing will be 070. It's clearly is there. All right, any problem? So I told you, right, we keep on repeating the important things, which is from where, all right, it's from point B. Then if you have from point B, must get the north line. So in this case, it's given to you the north line drawn for you nicely. North line is at point B. Then now you move clockwise from point B, all right? So move clockwise until you reach the line joining your AB. Okay, so coincidentally there is stated is 70 degrees. So you just write down the bearing of A from B is 070 degree. Okay, all right. Can I move on to the second example? You'll have to respond. Can I move on to the second one? Okay,
Can, teacher.
all right. Okay, so this one here is just explaining to remember to remind you to use 3 digits here for bearing. Okay, second example. All right, look at this. Okay, look at this. Please copy down. The question is same, which is we are going to find the bearing of A from B. So you see, when I say from, I stress on that, yeah, from. So in your mind, you know, oh, you are standing at B, so your north line should be at B. Okay, all right. So look at here. I gave you 220 degree. But my question is, the angle, all right? All right, so in the diagram, we call it as angle, yeah? Okay, so when you write out, so you write out in bearing, so you must have 3 digits. So in the diagram, the angle or bearing A from B, is it the 220? That's my question. Because I say bearing A from B. Is it 220? Of course not. All right, because I know some of you may not still have fully understand. Why? Because you see, I said the question says from point B. So look at point B. Hey, where's your north line? Okay, so at point B, you need to draw your north line. All right, and then wait, why the question? This one wrong already, yeah. Okay, sorry. I need to type out wrongly. So please change here, okay? If talking about this example, the statement here should be the bearing of B from A. Please change here. Okay, wait, let me exit this. Okay, change here. Uh-oh. Okay, I changed already for you all. So it should be bearing of B from A. Okay, if I follow the diagram, all right, because you see here from A is the north line, all right, and we want to find the bearing of B. Okay, so north line at A, you move clockwise. Can you see my cursor? I'm moving clockwise until you reach the line of AB. Okay, so you understand that? So if the question just now, the bearing of A from B is not 220 because the from, you must draw, all right, the north line at B, okay, but it's not here. If you whiteboard, I can straight away show you the other way. Now I cannot, you see, all right, so I just stick with the whatever diagram given on the slide, all right. So you change here, yeah? Okay, let's move on to your next example. Okay, can I move on?
Yes.
All right. Okay, now state the bearing of point B from point Q. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different kind of example. So I already highlighted the word from. So in your mind, you should know you're at Q, all right, at Q. So this is your diagram. Okay, so this example here, I think you can do it if you understand. It's still the similar kind of question. Okay, can you please write down your answer bearing or point P from point Q before I pick a person to write down the answer in your chat room here? All right, may I have, who's the lucky person? Can I see who's here? Okay, I'll start from the middle people. All right, Nigel. Can you type out the answer of the bearing or from, bearing P from Q? What's your answer? Nigel? Oh, are you here? Okay, next in line is Puyen. Okay, Nigel taking so long. All right, then Puyen. Puyen, can you write down the answer? What's the bearing of P from Q? Look at the diagram. From Q. Also don't know. All right. Okay, Puyen 72. But remember, bearing, how many digits? 3, isn't it? So it cannot be 72 degree only. Yes, 072. Okay. So it's 072. Explanation is exactly the same like just now. Yeah. Right. So again, from point Q, you have to have your north line. It's nicely drawn for you. And north line, you move clockwise direction until you reach the line of PQ or QP. Okay, second one. Still the same question, meaning finding bearing of point P from point Q, yeah? So this is now your diagram. Look at this. Copy it down. This one I explain. How do you get this? Okay. Okay. All right, now point from point Q. Okay, look at my cursor, yeah, people. So I'm making again a circle. So from point Q, hey, the north line is already drawn nicely to you, but this 43 degree, is that the bearing? Allah. Kevin, I don't see him, Kevin. I don't see him inside my, this one lah, Alim. Okay lah. You tell Kevin later I have personal class with him lah. Okay. All right. Okay, now continue. All right, so this one from point Q, all right, the north line is there, but you see, if according to my statement just now, I'll say I told you from the north line, you move clockwise. So can you see clockwise should be here, all right? So it's this one here. So it's not 43. 43 is not the bearing or the answer, okay? So how are we going to get the answer here? Okay, let's look at the solutions. Already I explained, you move on. So here, this is the one, this is the bearing of P from Q, okay? So it's a semicircle. You look at my straight line here. So you can see a semicircle. So you think 180 minus 43 to get this bearing or the answer here. Okay, so the answer is 137. So you can see here, you can apply, all right, your semicircle angle concept. Okay, this is one concept. Compared to just now, the 3 example, those are very simple, direct question. Okay, so this is one version. Okay, any problem? Yes, Laila is 137. Okay, all right, no problem. Let's look at more or other kind of questions. Yeah. Okay, so don't forget. If you stop at the green color thing, it's also fine. You know, you rewrite because it's already 3 digits. Unless like just now, it's only 2 digits. So you have to rewrite the last sentence. All right. Okay. Question 1C. Still the same thing. Bearing of point P from point Q. So the diagram is now this one here. Just copy it down. Okay, now let's go back to the saying, yeah, for finding bearing. Okay, the two important concept here must be from where. So it says from Q. If from Q, you must get the north line. Hey, you have a very nice north line drawn for you. Next one, from the north line or from Q, you move clockwise until you reach the line touching your PQ. So you move clockwise. So you can see my cursor. So it must be this whole thing here, including the 63.5. Okay. So there's the bearing. So it should be here, including, all right, the 63.5. So you know here 63.5. So how do we get this part here? Now you look, I have drawn for you this orange color. Isn't that your semicircle? Okay, your semicircle. So it's 180. So 180 plus with 63.5, you will get the bearing, which is 243.5 degree. Get it? Okay, so you can apply, another way of applying the concept of 180 degree or your semicircle angle. All right, so the bearing here is 243.5. Okay, so far, so good? Because I'm going to move on to the next one because you can apply other concepts, yeah? So let's look at the next one. Question B, 1B. This is now your diagram. Okay, please copy it down. Same question, bearing of point P from point Q. Okay, so let's look at the diagram. So point Q, wow, we have your north line. So now we are going to move clockwise direction, all right, from Q until you touch, where my cursor, until you touch the line touching the PQ, all right? So meaning is the outer angle, every angle except the 32 degree 18 minutes, okay? So it's this one here, it's in the orange color. This is the bearing of P from Q. So we want to find out how much is this. So how do you think, which concept can we apply? So we can apply the full circle concept, which is your 360 degree. So you take 360 minus your 32 degree 18 minutes, okay? So you can see here, this is just like angle you can have degree and minutes. Does not mean only degree, all right? So you look at your option of answers also, whether it's only in degree or you remain your answer as the degree and minutes, okay? So for this example, we convert into degree. So you can just use your calculator to convert. I hope you can remember. Or not, you have to do manually, which is here. Okay. If you ask me, you can use calculator already. Paper one, no need lah, use manually. All right. Just press the button. All right. So you get the bearing of P from Q is 327.7 degree. Any question? Any question?
Teacher, if I
Yes.
leave my answer in degree and minute, is it okay?
Yes. Just like what I said just now, it depends on your option of answer. I repeat, this chapter is only in paper 1. So your option of answer, if there's degree and minutes, you remain degree and minutes. If there's no, you have to convert into degree. Okay, so like I said, coincidentally, this example here, we convert into degree. Okay, all right, next example. Okay, this is now example 2 because you can see my question here is now asking you to state the bearing of A from B. Okay, so this is your question here. Now you also look, your north line is not always straight. Your compass can move, can be, so your north line does not mean to be the center there. It can be a little bit sengit, like the example here. All right, it's still north, okay? So the concept is still the same. From B, draw your north line, which you have it here. So then you move clockwise direction, all right, from B. So you move clockwise direction until you reach the line touching your AB. Okay, it's this one here, right? So it's basically the orange color line, all right? So again, you look closer, if you see the dotted line is again a semicircle. So this second example is just showing you your north line can move, yeah? So you use a semicircle concept just like your previous example. So you take 180 minus 52 degree and 24 minutes. So again, same thing like just now, you either remain or look at the option of answer, you remain as degree and minutes as your answer, or you convert into degree. All right, so 127.6 degree. So for in lesson time, all right, if I did not give a direct instruction asking you to convert, so you can remain the answer in degree and minutes, it's fine with me. All right, if you want to convert, also can. Okay, all right, clear? So you can see, I repeat, you can also have your north line, a north direction in another version. It's not always this one, can move. Okay, so it depends on the question. All right, next example. Doom. Oh. Now, like I said in the beginning of our lesson, the few example is all the easy kind of question where the diagram is given to you. Okay, there are also questions where the diagram you have to draw yourself by looking at the statement there. All right, relating the statement. Okay, so from the statement, you must know how to draw your point A, point B, where's the north direction. All the statement, the information will be given, but it's in sentences. So you need to portray that in your diagram. Once you have the diagram, then you can calculate bearing. So for this, it's in your textbook, okay? How do you draw your diagram, all right, to show direction of B relative to A? So the question here, given the bearing of B from A is 060 degree. So draw a diagram to show the direction of B relative to A. Okay. So this one, you need to use your protractor, all right, because you need to measure 60 degree. Okay. But when you do your problem solving question, you do not need to really draw out the angle. Okay. You will not need to be in scale. Okay, so I repeat, so we are just going to show you how to draw. Okay, so this one actually you learn in form 1, form 2, how to draw your circle. All right, it's basically the same. All right, so 060 from A. So you start off with A because you are from A. All right, so from A, you just put a point A anywhere in your book there, on your paper. Then remember, you must have your north line from there. So draw a north line. Okay, another thing I want to focus. When you draw north line, please use your ruler. You don't freehand draw your north line. This is important because when you do the problem solving question, because you sang it a bit, yeah, your north line, it will affect the final answer. So use your ruler. How do you know whether your ruler is straight or not? All right, the lines in your ruler plays important role. Okay, so draw the north line nicely. All right, then you use your protractor, measure 60 degree. So how do you put your protractor? Look here, how do you put your protractor? Remember, must move clockwise direction, yeah? So this is how you put your protractor. And you, from the protractor, you see now where's your 60 degree, marked the 60 degree, you get this one here. Okay, this one is in your textbook. It's the same exact example, by the way. Okay, you can have your textbook, right? If you have, you don't have, it's okay. This one, in SPM, we won't really ask you, yeah? But the only thing when you do problem solving, you have to draw, but you do not need to draw using your protractor. Okay? All right. Can I move on to a problem solving question? The next one. This is the last concept we're going to learn today. All right. Can I move on?
Yes.
Okay. So this one is important here. All right. Now, okay, state the bearing of point A from point B. Okay. If the bearing of point B from A is 0.74 degree. This is your question. There's no diagram. All right. So you see, I want you to find the bearing of A from B. But I give you the information of bearing of B from A is 0.74. Okay. So what you do first, you draw out the bearing of B from A, the 74 degree. You draw that out in your exercise book or your paper. Can you try that? I give you a minute. Then I want you to compare with the drawing that I've drawn. So 74 degree is still in the first quadrant. So you don't go overboard, you draw until so far. So I repeat, you do not need to use your protractor. Just a rough sketch. It's like sketching. But the straight line, or you need to use your ruler. That one is important. Okay, a minute, yeah, to draw out the 74 degree. Okay, 30 more seconds for you to try out. So drawing usually with pencil, but oops, you accidentally drawn with pen, it's okay. Okay, compare with mine. All right, so I repeat, from A, yeah, bearing on B from A. So from A, we just put a dot. So I know it's from A, so I draw my north line, very nice. So I told you 74 degree is still in the first quadrant. Okay, so that is your 74. Okay, remember clockwise direction. This is the one and only diagram. Don't go and draw your 75 the other way around. No, cannot be. It must be only this version. All right, this side. Okay, so now let's talk about the question. Now the question says, you look, I highlighted, find or state the bearing of point A from point B. So you look at point B, like my cursor at point B. There's no north line. So you have to draw the north line. All right. Now, how do you draw the north line? Okay, please take note. The north line, you must follow from the previous north line. So look at my cursor. The previous north line, which is the 74, is this direction. It's not this way or any way. All right. It's a very nice straight north line. So you copy that same direction into your B, point B. You understand or what am I saying? All right. You refer to your given previous statement, yeah? So because I already gave you one angle, which is 74, so you know the north line is this way. Look at my hand now, okay? It's this way. So you cannot draw the north line at B this way, that way. All right, you cannot change. You must follow. If north line there, everyone, wherever point, also the north line will be fixed this version. It's not this way or other north line if you are at different point. Okay, get it? Okay lah. Okay or not? You understand, yeah? how to draw the north line?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so once you get the north line at B, so again, clockwise direction until you reach your line of AB. Okay, all right. Now, before I talk about I show you the drawing. Now, here I put here alternate angle. Okay, I highlight again. Okay, we already have the north line, so you are going to apply your Form 3 concept, chapter lines and angle, because these are all lines. So you can see just now I show you is your alternate angle, your zigzag. Okay, this is where your problem solving also you can apply your alternate angle concept besides the 180, 360, yeah? So we know that here is also 74. Okay, so go back to the question, your bearing, all right, of A from B is this green color one here, your theta. So we are going to find that. So you already know this part is 74. Can you find what's this? Hey, look at it. Isn't it your 180? Like your previous example just now, right? So the answer for this question bearing of point A from point B is 180 plus 74, which gives you 254. Any question? No. Okay, Ali, what about my Bill Gates student? Asia, Rena, Puyen, Yan Tong, Jinjen. Okay, do you understand or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So this is your SPN question. It's not the first few examples. The first few is just intro. All right. This one here is an SPN question. Okay. Okay. Next one. Question example. Second example. Sorry. Question B. Just now was A, right? The 074. Now B. Look here. 290 degree. So please draw for me this bearing of point B from A is 290 degree. So I help you, I give you tips. 290 degree, it is in your fourth quadrant because it's already more than 270. So remember, you draw a dot, you move clockwise until roughly in the fourth quadrant, 290 degree. Okay, draw for me your bearing of that first. Okay, compare with mine. Can you see? And then I already straight away draw the north line at point B because I'm going to answer the question itself. So this is your 290. Look here. All right. It is in your fourth quadrant already. So now let's answer the question. Where am I going? Hold on. All right. So point bearing of A from point B. So is this green color one? Can you see here? Your theta here. Okay, now. So there's another concept. Just now I show you your alternate angle concept. So we can also use your U concept. Remember your Form 3, there's another 3 concepts, yeah? So this one is the U concept, the interior angle concept. So how are we going to apply the interior angle concept? We find here, this one here. So we know 360 minus 290, I will get 70 there, okay? So now to find the bearing, which is the green color theta angle here, all right, I'm using the U concept, okay? Is this one? Where am I? So is this concept here? The U concept, your interior angle, it is 180. Okay, can you see the U? All right, look at my cursor, how we get my U. This one, and that. All right, so 70 plus with this will give you 180. So this is another concept that you can apply to solve question. Okay, So what's the bearing of that? So it's 180 minus 70, you get 110 degree. All right? Okay, not? So you can see here, what are the other concepts that you can apply? Semicircle, 180, full circle, 360, your zigzag, okay, the alternate angle, if that is 74, that one is 74, and the last one here is the U concept, all right, the interior angle, if not mistaken concept. The interior angle, you add up these two, it gives you 180, okay? So far, this is it. All right, so basically we have covered already your chapter 8. All right, but the real problem solving question, there's more, not only this simple one, there's more, a bit challenging one. All right, so that one I'll continue at your next class. Okay, so homework is in your Wizard. I'll share the link, so please open up your Wizard and do it, and please submit to me. I'll